Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some technical analysis on ZNOG, ticker symbol ZNOG. Okay, so not much has changed regarding ZNOG. I think we're at a crucial level here as far as support on if we're going to stay above, at 17-cent mark, and if we're going to go back and retest that 20 to 22 cent mark. I think today's going to provide is going to kind of tell you like where we're heading from here, because typically on Fridays what we've seen in the past is ZNOG typically dips without any type of news or update, which we know we haven't gotten one in some time, right? So, and a lot of people are talking about September's the month, September's the announcement month, and then other people are saying, well, it's going to be October, November, and then other people say it's not going to be until 2023. I personally don't think we're going to have to wait until 2023. I really feel like we'll get something this month as well, just based on the timeline of the last update. And like you said, though, from the annual shareholder meeting, some other points that people have pointed out that are pretty good is, Dunn said to expect something in Q3. Well, he also mentioned that the timelines, it's almost kind of like they don't mean much, because you just don't know what could happen. Delays could happen for whatever reason. Equipment can break, logistical issues, and all that type of thing. So it's kind of a loose timeline, because you could expect it in Q3. If you don't get it in Q3, then you can expect, in my opinion, the stock to continue to go down. We could retest the 180-day 4-hour time frame lows of 10 cents. However, any type of indication that news is coming out, or any type of PR would obviously, in a positive way, would send this thing moving higher. Okay, and it could be that we start rising up, based off of speculation, which we've done in the past. So if that's the case and we do that, I think the catalyst that people could start buying in on is just based on the fact of getting closer to Q3, the end of Q3, in other words. So if we do start moving higher, I mean, based off of speculation, keep an eye on basically the back half of September, because Q3 ends on the 30th of September. And in my opinion, if that's going to happen, then we hold support here, right? We don't go anything lower than 17 or 16. We just kind of keep trading sideways. We may pop up to 20. And then if people start thinking like, okay, well, they're going to announce at the end of Q3, and then people start piling in. Kind of similar to the annual shareholder meeting, right? And similar to the TBN network event. So that's just kind of another scenario, right? So this thing, you can't time it, you can't predict it. So if you're trying to do that, you're going to have a tough time, especially with this company, because you really don't know when they're going to come out and release anything regarding the testing results. So we're just kind of hoping that it is positive in that sense. And if it is, like we've said many a times, this thing is going to go ballistic, and that will be fantastic. And I kind of rather it, to be honest with you, I'd rather it that way, of me not knowing, not expecting it, and then all of a sudden, boom, the announcement comes out, and I check my phone one day, or check my, my account one day, and I'm like, holy moly. And I'm pretty sure I'll get a bunch of notifications from people if I don't see it right away, but, let me know about it. But it kind of almost be better that way of, not hanging on, oh, it's Q3, because it's kind of, in a sense, can make people very anxious and kind of make them a little crazy. You're constantly checking your phone, constantly, worrying about, are you going to release anything? Is everything okay? And all that. And I know a lot of people have a lot of money tied into this. So that's why, that's why it's important to, definitely manage some risk and have a plan just in case, it goes either up or down. So put it on paper and have a plan of, okay, if it shoots up to, if we get good news and it starts moving, what's my price of where I'm going to start taking some profits off the table? And, if it goes south, then what's my plan here as well? Okay, what's my average cost? Some of you have average cost around here on a 20-cent range, which is phenomenal. So you may want to manage some risk of putting it, saying like, I'm willing to lose X amount of dollars off of this deal, and no more than that, and you just put a stop loss on it there. I don't have a stop loss on this personally. I'm just kind of saying that's another option And another option, if you are in it for the longer term and it does go the opposite direction, can obviously average down. But I'm more or less, I have a very detailed plan of action for myself as far as if we get positive news and we start moving in the upward direction of when I'm going to start to take some profits and where that money is going to go afterwards. That way I don't make a dumb financial decision based on just, excitement and anxiousness or anything like that. I have a very detailed plan of where all that money is going to go. That way, I can look at that and say, okay, this is my plan that I created when I was clear and level-headed, and that's what you should use this downtime for those of you who are heavily invested in this stock only, for sure, is have some other backup plans. And there's a lot of other things out there, guys, that you can invest in the meantime if you have some extra capital. I feel like Shiba Inu is going to start moving soon. Now, if you look at Luna's going crazy right now. I have a feeling that SHIB may follow that suit sometime in the coming months. So I've been using that time to accumulate Shiba Inu and build up my position there. And then there's a lot of other stocks we talk about on the channel that you can start accumulating now at some pretty decent prices, while this kind of does its thing and takes its time. And so instead of sitting around just waiting and driving yourself crazy, just kind of have some other plans available and do some other things in the meantime. Okay, anyway, on to the technical analysis. Sorry about that. We did get a buy signal in the 180-day 4-hour. Volume is not really where we need it to be for us to push higher and retest that 22-cent mark. However, that could change off of some update or PR. Currently 0.1671 is our overall support, 0.2211 overall resistance. Got to get up about 23 cents and hold in order to confirm a long-term reversal. From there, you got about 26 cents on resistance, then about 30, 34, then 42 is the overall ceiling that we have there. Okay, what to expect whenever we do start moving to the upside? Typically, when you bust through that 42-cent mark, that high of the time frame, then you'll see some type of pullback because people will take some profits, because this is a significant percentage increase from here, and especially from here for those people who didn't take profits yet. So you could expect it to come down, but off of a PR, when the news is getting out, you could expect people to probably come in and continue to push that price higher. Okay, I don't think that 42 is going to be the end all be all for us once we get the PR that we're looking for. These chart levels here are going to be fairly consistent for the foreseeable future. As you see here, the fib level will not update really until this high gets closer to here. As the time goes along, it eventually updates the price points and all that stuff. So these levels are consistent for the foreseeable future until like I said, the either the price action changes and we go higher than 42 or lower than 10, or the time frame just kind of trickles on along and we don't hear anything. But I'm hoping that that's not the case. So anyway, guys, let me know your comments below. Good luck out there today. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.